What's up guys? Brandon Washington with B Wash Media here back with another gear review video. And today, if you've already seen the description or the thumbnail, you already know what we're looking at. We're going to be taking a look at the Canon 35mm 1.4 versus the Sigma 35mm 1.4. And I've been waiting to get my hands on these two lenses because I'm in the market for one of these two. And so I'll tell you guys which one I'll be picking up. Alright, so like I just said, we're going to be taking a look at these two lenses right here, the Canon 35 and the Sigma 35. And like I've told you guys in past videos, you know, if you're in between deciding what lens you want to pick up, you should definitely try renting them. My guys over at the Photo Rental Source, they always hook me up, and I know they'll hook you up too. So if you guys are looking to rent some lenses, check them out. Links to them in the description. But without further ado, you know, getting my hands on both of these lenses and actually taking them out on a shoot was the best way for me to test it. So that's exactly what I did. So this past weekend, I had a very unique wedding. And so pretty much I decided I was going to take both of these lenses and actually try them out and see how they stacked up. And let me tell you a little bit of what I thought. So in past videos, I've started with the Canon. So in this one, I'm going to actually start with the Sigma. Now, the first thing I recognized about the Sigma is that this is a part of their art series lenses, which, as you guys have probably known from my 50mm test, I definitely love the Sigma art lenses. I think especially for the price, they are amazing lenses. But this lens, just like the Canon, it does have autofocusing, but it does not have image stabilization. You're not really going to find that in too many prime lenses, but with more and more cameras coming out that are now actually going to have, you know, stabilization built into the body, is making me feel better and better about not having that in a lens. But just like in the 50mm test, the Sigma is a little bit taller and a little bit heavier, in my opinion, than the Canon. Now, I definitely don't see that as like a huge deal breaker for me, but you know, it is a bit more of a beefy lens, and I don't know if that's gonna make it more durable or not. I'm not gonna test it. I'll let one of you guys test it and let me know. But I definitely did like this lens. Now, I will say there was one big drawback on this lens, and that was that when it came to autofocusing, it was a little slow. There was some hunting going on, and I know your camera is a big part of that, but however, the gears inside the lens does make a difference as well. And so between this lens and then now Canon, I did see that the Canon was a little bit quicker. Now, obviously, I shoot on Canon cameras, at least right now. More info on that in the future. But, you know, I definitely know that normally Canon and Canon work better than, you know, Canon and Sigma. However, when it was the 50mm test, I didn't really see a difference. But here, I definitely did. Now, this lens here, the Canon 35, just like with the Sigma, it does have autofocus, but it does not have image stabilization, which I really wasn't expecting that. But I will say it was a phenomenally sharp lens. Even though this thing didn't have image stabilization, I actually found myself using it handheld to just get some really up close, tight shots, shooting them at 60 frames per second, knowing I'm going to slow them down later in post. And this lens looked phenomenal. I'm definitely becoming more and more of a fan of that 35mm focal length. It just produces a great shot. Now, I'm still a huge fan of the 16 to 35mm lens, but if you're looking for that 35mm prime, which is something I'm looking for because I want that 1.4, then these two lenses are great lenses to actually check out and test out. So as I've been talking, you've been seeing some test footage of what I got with those lenses, and honestly, I have to say, when it comes between the two, they're pretty much the same. I can sort of see it because I know which lens is which, but I honestly, if you just handed me one and shot with it and then asked me, you know, which one was which, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I will say, because the Sigma seems to be a little bit slower at focusing, I gotta chalk up the win to the Canon in this regard. Now, I normally like those Sigma lenses because the price points are really good, but the Canon definitely wins. Now, here's something that's really interesting. I didn't even realize when I rented this, but this is actually the Canon 35-1. They actually released a second one. And so this guy is actually a little bit cheaper than the Sigma because it's a bit older. So, you know, getting my hands on this lens, I'm definitely probably gonna look for this one. if I can get my hands on a 35-2 and a 35-1 like this one here, then I might review the two and see which one I like. But if I find a good deal on the 35-1, I'm probably gonna pick it up because it literally is that good of a lens. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any additional questions about these lenses or anything else, leave them down in the comments down below so I can make some more videos. As you guys have probably noticed, because the last video just came out and now this video is coming out, I am starting to turn out these videos a lot quicker now that I have my own setup here at my home office, which means now I don't have to go all the way to my other office just to shoot videos for YouTube. I can do them all right here. And so I've been trying to do that so I can produce more videos for you guys. On top of that, I want to start doing something a little unique, and you guys let me know what you think. I've been thinking about doing two things. One, every Friday on this channel, I want to do what's called Drone Talk Fridays, which is basically where we talk about different things that are going on in the world of drones. So that could be reviews over current drones that are out, news and rumors over some drones that are coming out, and then just information about drones in general. Because I know a lot of filmmakers are trying to get into that drone market, and as a licensed drone pilot, I feel like I have a lot of knowledge I can share and help you guys along the path as far as what to do when navigating those waters. Or I guess I could say navigating the air, right? Bad pun. So yeah, so that's one thing I was thinking about doing. And then the other thing I was thinking about doing is I've been going on quite a bit of, adventures lately. I started shooting for a local radio station. I started doing a lot of drone work here in Houston. I pretty much shoot 4 out of the 5 days a week, and then I try to give myself the weekends off, but that always doesn't actually happen because if someone calls for me to come out and shoot, I pretty much am gonna do it. So I've been thinking about doing some behind the scenes, almost like vlogs for you guys, so you guys can see some of the stuff that I deal with on set, see what it's like to be on set, and see what it takes to really be a full-time filmmaker and photographer. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely hit the like button, leave those comments down below so I know, and then I'll catch you guys in the next video.